For the next set of problems, we're going to have to be comfortable with the different forms of quadratic functions. And there's primarily three that we're going to be looking at right now. We're going to start off with standard form. That is simply ax squared plus bx plus c. The a value is the coefficient that comes before the x squared. So in the example here, the a value would be 1. There's nothing before the x squared, but we could put a 1 there. That wouldn't change the value. So a would be 1. B is 2 in the example, and C would be negative 8 in the example. And it's helpful for finding the y-intercept. As a matter of fact, you can see right here. Right there, I can see the y-intercept is at negative 8. I'm getting that straight from here. It's very much like a linear function. It's also helpful for determining if a parabola opens up or opens down, and for using the quadratic formula. Vertex form looks a little bit different. Vertex form tells you where the vertex is. And the generic form is a times x minus h squared plus k. An example, this is the same equation that we saw in the other one. It's the same exact function, but it's now written in vertex form. The vertex form is x minus 1 minus 9, and then you can look here. That's what the vertex is. The x minus 1 means we move 1 over to the right, and the negative 9 means we move 9 down. So that's going to be at 1, negative 9. This is helpful for, obviously, finding the vertex and for transformations. And lastly, factored form, also known as intercept form. This is, the generic form is x minus px minus q. And an example would be x plus 2 times x minus 4. That's helpful for finding the zeros or the roots or the x-intercepts. If you look here, x plus 2 equals 0, well, x would be negative 2, right? And that's exactly where one of the zeros is. The other one, x minus 4 equals 0. Well, that would be x equals 4, and that's where the other x-intercept or the other root is. So as we can see, they're helpful for finding the zeros and for the x-intercepts, which are the same things. So now we can take these and apply them to the questions that we see on Delta Math. So let's look at this first one here. We've got which equation best matches the graph shown below. Well, if you look down, you can see that this is all in standard form, those four options that they give you. And what do we see here? We see a y-intercept right here. Right? So that tells me that in standard form, the c value is going to be 5. So I'm looking for a plus 5 c value. So I can already eliminate this one here, and I can eliminate this one here because their c values are 2.5. So that leaves me with two choices. I've got plus 5 here, I've got plus 5 over here. The only difference between the two is this one has a negative, which means it would open down. It would be like this. So using that logic, I've nailed it down. It's got to be this one right here. It opens up. That means right here the positive means it opens up. And this is the y-intercept. So I'll put that in here, submit. Okay, let's do one more of these. Alright, so we clearly have which equation. So we have a y-intercept here of positive 3. So which options could we get rid of right away? Hopefully you're saying, well, the ones that don't have a c value of positive 3, which would be these two. Yeah. Okay, does it open up or opens down? This opens down. Opens down, which means it's got to have a negative leading coefficient, and that's not this one. That's just positive 10. So it's got to be this one right here. So put that one in. So you can see with this exercise, the standard form, parabola standard form coefficients, all you need to do is identify two things. The y-intercept. Okay, the y-intercept here is at positive 2. So already the b and the c choices we could get rid of. And then we just have to determine, is it positive or negative? Does it open up or does it open down? If it opens up, it's positive. If it opens down, it's negative. So there's only one thing here. We're looking for a y-intercept of 2, and we're looking for a positive leading coefficient. That's the only one that matches that. Okay, let's move on to the next form. Okay, this one is intercept form coefficients, and if we kind of zoom in here, we want to notice that it passes through the x-axis at these points. All right, that would mean we have an x plus 3 and an x plus 7, because the x-intercepts are at -3 and -7, and that's what the x values could be that would make this statement true. That would make that equation equal 0. So we're looking for x plus 3, x plus 7. So this one's gone, and that leaves us with just two choices. One of them is open up, one of them is open down. This is an open up parabola, so that'd be this one right here. Come here and hit that. And we got it. Let's do one more here. So this one, our zeros are at -2 and -5. So we're looking for x plus 2, x plus 5. So that eliminates both a and d, and really only leaves those two there. Now, is it open up or open down? It's open down, which means it's going to have a negative leading coefficient, which means it would be this one right there. Okay, and now let's go look at the last set. All right, now we're looking at vertex form. So we can zoom in here and see what's the vertex. Well, the vertex is at +2, -2, which means that our equation is going to have an x, because we're moving 2 to the right, that would be a -2 squared. Then we come down -2. All right. Now the a value, we don't have to really be concerned with, because it's all the same. It's 0.5. So we're just really focusing on the -2 and then -2 in parentheses and then the -2 after. So I can already tell that this one is gone. Let's call that one choice C, because that's an x plus 2, and this one, which is choice B, that's out too. That leaves just one option. One of them opens up, one of them opens down. This is the one that opens up, because it's got a positive coefficient, a positive leading coefficient. So let's head back to this right here. Okay, whoops, we were there for a moment. Okay, and we know that that one, is it the same one that we were doing? Yeah, it is. That one was this player right there. Okay, and then we'll do one more. Okay, so the vertex is at -6, +2. So that's going to be an x plus 6 plus 2. So that takes out A and C, and that leaves only the bottom ones open. And that opens down, so it's got to be negative. It's got to have a negative leading coefficient. So I'm going to select that one, submit, and then we're good. So if you recognize patterns, you can do this extremely quickly, all three of these.